So when you left, you actually left at the perfect place because you left on a dramatic pause.
Okay, what was the last thing that I had said?
Emmy, well, the last thing that happened is Emmy had asked her why she feels she needs a bodyguard. Like, what is she doing that she feels she needs a bodyguard for? Like, trying to get a feel for like what this actually entails. And then you mentioned she was silent for a moment, and then there was a lot more than a moment of silence following that.
She was silent for a moment, and then she just says, I need to create a new identity. I don't know how long that will take. But I will need someone there with me to watch for me, watch my back during the process until I can disappear entirely.
And why would you need to disappear?
She lowers her hood enough that you can see her face a little better and see the healing cuts and bruises before she puts the hood back up.
I understand. Just what I will say is she's going to do a social awareness and just get a read that she is being see if she is being honest and that this isn't some cover for them needing a bodyguard for some criminal activity.
Sure, go ahead.
Reasonably sure it's not, but she wants to just be double careful if she's doing something like creating an entirely new identity.
Correct.
Okay, that is perception.
Yes.
Plus social awareness, which Emmy is actually quite good at. Oh, okay. Well, all right then. 17.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and like, she's on the level. But you get a little other thing, because she does show you that she has coin just to give you evidence that, like, yes, she will pay you. But you gather as much that, given that the coin she shows you is more in line of jewels and jewelry,
she probably stole it whatever she's fleeing from, she stole this from.
That's kind of the feeling you're getting, yeah.
But I assume she gathers that she stole this stuff and fled because of whatever caused those scars, that those weren't a response to the theft.
Yeah. Well, they're not scars per se, they're cuts and bruises.
But
still healing.
This isn't a thief that got caught doing something dumb. This is somebody who made a desperate choice to...
Yeah.
Very well. I will take on your request. I will serve as your bodyguard until you have created a new identity, or until you have found, or if that is going to take some time, until you have found a bodyguard that can act longer term for you.
She nods and says, "Thank you."
I assume, do you have any reason to believe you're in danger on this ship? Do I need to begin immediately, or will it begin when we arrive?
No, I do not believe anyone on this ship would be employed by those who would seek me, either harm to me or my return.
May I ask, for the sake of performing my duties, you understand, who should I be expecting to be guarding you from?
See, do a charm.
Sure. Charisma plus charm. We are less good at this, but not completely inept. Let's have to. So that would be effective. Cut that in half, so it'd be effectively. So that's a 5.
Okay.
Not terrible.
That is enough.
Okay.
Oh, I get to open my book.
Hey. And of course, if she indicates she wants to talk to someone more privately about this, though, on the other hand, it's noisy in here, so this may be one of the least suspicious ways to speak.
She says, Maymun Tafik Zoki.
I assume that's not anybody Emmy would be familiar with.
You can roll
Maymun Tafik Soti.
Zogby.
Oh.
You can roll. You can pitch me something to roll to get more information, or see if you know more. It'd be intellect plus something. Zorian history.
Unless the Zogbys had any history with Sizok, national history will probably not work.
Well, I'll say national history -2.
Okay, well, this isn't likely to work, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, that's a 3. So
3.
I'm guessing.
You don't recognize you recognize the name of Zogby as being important in the Zorian hierarchy, probably. But not like Maymun Tafik.
Let's see. Is this somebody who would be coming after you personally, or sending men after you?
Sending men after me.
That is very well. Would you? Do you drink? I will understand if you do not wish to, but at the same time, it seems as perhaps you deserve some relaxation.
Yeah, she will nod a little, and we'll take a seat by you. And
and of course, she'll probably feel safer sitting next to her bodyguard then.
Yes.
Who is of course formal outfit or no, definitely still has her swords on her.
Yes. So yes, she is notably less tense, sitting by someone who has pledged to protect her, especially given you're a Sizaki, and that means something, unlike in Zazoria.
Yes, she is a person of her word. She is a sword master with an honorable reputation. If there are thugs sent after her, she will school them on why this is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So those, yes, she'll sit down and we'll sip on a drink. It's she relaxes a little bit, but it's notably difficult for her to. Even though she says that she doesn't believe anyone on this ship would be after her, she has a tendency to look over her shoulder everywhere she is.
Right.
So
Emmy is not in that habit. Anybody who would be the kind of people who would be after her, even if there even is anybody, are the kind of people who would very publicly challenge her to a duel, not like stab her in the back. So, and as that's happening, over at the gamblers table, by the way, 2 more people will join you. 2 people join the gamblers table as it appears that
it appears that Gareth and Mary Beth, the two members of the crew who had also paid money in to also be passengers at times, they return from their duties, and they go straight to the gambling, the gambling and heavy drinking. And upon seeing that, Captain Heedy actually, Captain Heedy, who had been in conversation with the Izos, he basically invites them to go over there with him, and they don't seem to mind. They both acknowledge that they're probably not going to be going into gambling, but or have no problems watching the festivities. And yeah, he sits at the table as well. So I am curious if they're like at this party.
Did you just read the chat?
Yeah, I just did.
I'm willing to make this a running thing with my characters. Playing a campaign, kill a Zogby.
Yeah, they're shits. So, is there anything that you guys have in mind to further accomplish as this evening continues?
At some point, Emmy wants to talk to Sir Tetsuken more.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he and Kylie are just chatting, but like you can go up and start talking to him. Elaine will she'll go with you, actually.
I mean, it's probably a matter of her moving over like a seat or two. To
yeah. She will also move over a couple of seats. And Haru was just like, young Amy.
Sir Tetsuken.
I'd hope to see you. I'd hope to see and speak with you again. This Kylie Fortunato, and Kylie nods her head. She, like you, is an adventurer herself.
Kyuzo Emmy. She will give a polite nod. She's sitting down, so she'll give a polite nod in lieu of a bow. But
yeah, Kylie does. Kylie gives a polite nod.
Kyuzo. I think I've heard that name before. I apologize, as I had said to Mr. Tetsuken here. I am unaccustomed to many of Suzak's people and social hierarchy. So I've heard of some histories, some historical figures, but not current ones.
I see. Emmy falters ever so slightly at that. Understandable. I certainly do not expect. I am certainly no one that you should have heard of personally.
She nods and says, "It is likewise on my end."
Are you with the guild?
Guild? Which guild?
The Adventurers Guild? She tried. Is there more than one Adventurers Guild? Or is there a bunch of like rival?
There are more than one. There's more than one guild.
The only guild that matters. Obviously
there are,
not if you haven't heard of the
Or is
guild.
there like one of those things where like they're all loosely connected, but they
there
also kind of
are
have
other
their, like,
adventurers guilds in other countries.
Ah,
You guys belong to the Zazorian Adventurers Guild. The Adventurers Guild of other guilds of other countries have different names and also different specialties.
gotcha. I sort of assumed that Emiya's maybe loosely associated with all of them, since her ultimate loyalty is to her lord and not any one guild. Or do you suppose she primarily does work with one guild?
Oh, what is it now?
I'm not sure if that would be uncommon or.
I mean, I'm just saying he probably only had the time.
Okay,
Um,
so one guild does. It's not a matter of I'm in this country, therefore I need to work with this country's guild.
No, they're all unaffiliated, and in fact are prone to competition. Like there is a explorers guild of a kind in Sazak.
The Sasak Adventurers Guild must be really boring, seeing as they don't let outsiders pass out of the port city.
Well, it is the Sizaki Cartographers Guild.
So they're more explorers.
It's housed in Akinai, which allows it to employ foreigners to its cause. And they're more map makers.
Gotcha. And we're part of the New Zazorian Adventurers Guild.
You're part of the Old Zazorian.
Old
Adventurers
Zazorian
Guild.
Adventurers.
That's housed in Crestonian and Zazoria.
I have been working for the Zazorian Adventurers Guild in Crestonia, out of Crestonia. Ah, I see. My quests have taken me through several. I do not ally myself to any particular guild in particular.
I assumed that's how things would go for me as well, but I admit that they have kept me rather busy. I have not had any cause yet to associate with a different one, but I do not see much in the way of. I understand there are some rivalries, but it's not something I am terribly interested in myself.
Which Haru actually echoes. He says, "The time that I spent with the Cartographers Guild, in Akinai, did not allow me much opportunity for deviation in my tasks.
Oh,
I can only imagine how it would be of Crestonian.
You assisted with the Cartographers Guild.
Yes. Lord Amagata had sought to broaden my talents. I would say 15 years ago. He sought to broaden my talents and sent me to shadow and learn from the Cartographers Guild, and that became a bit more than just shadowing and learning, as I'm sure you would understand.
Indeed. If it is anything like my experiences in the Adventurers Guild, I imagine you became very involved very quickly.
Yes. It was enjoyable, though. I cannot say that many of these experiences of mine, these varied ones, such as my time with the Cartographers Guild, were unenjoyable, or at least enlightening.
Yes, I've been learning quite a bit. Certainly, I know more about the outside world than I would have if I had remained stationed in the Central Territories.
Yes. This is a large world.
Mm.
Dangerous.
Indeed. I
But exciting, nonetheless.
Yes. Hopefully our presences in the in the larger world are helping make it a little less dangerous.
Indeed. He says and just kind of strokes his beard for a moment. So, what of others? Zaki, is there anything in mind that you had in mind to accomplish this evening? Or are you just trolling the gambler some more?
I was under the impression that the gambling would eventually devolve into Calvin Ball levels as the sober players continue to just pile on rules.
I mean, it kind of does that, yeah. It kind of does that. Even after Captain Heedy joins in, he actually just kind of... He doesn't help.
Look, son, you gotta know when to hold him and know when to fault.
Captain Heedy doesn't help at all. He picks up what's going down pretty quickly, and so he invents the rule that the losers of this particular game, actually, I'll just say in his voice, the losers of this particular of the game. This is a lesser known rule, my friends. When the person who loses the most, they then go to the person who the second most loser in the game, and the second most loser will have to put together in their head 3 other games that they'd rather be playing. Okay, and they'll take 3 cards and they'll put them down, and they'll attribute one of those 3 cards to whatever other game they'd rather be playing than this one that they're losing so terribly at. And it'll mix them up. And then the person who's lost the most will then draw that card.
The best that you can hope for is to die
And then
in your sleep.
the game then changes after that. The lesser known rule, I've only really seen it in Newsorian circles, back in New Meridian. But I've seen good things with it. And Jiren and his friends are just like, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, I can totally see that. Yeah. I hadn't heard of it, but that makes sense. But yes, as that continues to evolve or devolve, whichever you would prefer, was there something else you were going to do tonight?
As long as things are entertaining at the gambling table, I think Zaki's just gonna hang there.
Okay.
Perhaps he'll try to win Devereaux's vest just to.
Sure, wear it for the rest of the adventure.
This is a mighty comfy vest. Glad
Sure.
I want it.
Is Devereaux going to try and win his vest back? Ed? Oh no! Did we lose that again?
It's dead, baby.
Not like this, Ed.
No, he won the game. He died in his sleep.
Oh right, yeah. That is how you win.
So,
That's like the winning poker strat.
Ed,
he
is your
posted,
mic not-
oh noes. Now is his mic not working for...
Oh my God.
Google Hangouts has decided.
Have we found a voice service actually
Hello?
less useful than...
Hi,
Hi!
Hey.
There we go. I just had to plug my microphone back in.
Okay, that's what it was. It's less the voice service and more than Ed's
No,
microphone.
no. I had to unplug it and plug it back in.
Oh.
The lip
That's
service.
weird. So is Devereaux are you going
Well,
to
yes,
try and
That's
win?
why he came back to the team. Bag is best.
Okay, so I'm gonna call for either any of the following rules. Just straight up fortune. We'll say fortune. Fortune plus. Okay, so yeah, you guys are going to use fortune here, plus any particular talent that you think would be applicable, like deceit, for instance, for poker face, or deceit for inventing a new rule that will put you on top, or let's see here, perception or social awareness for reading others, so anything along those lines. But the trait you're going to roll is fortune.
Fortune plus endurance. Hold your liquor until they're all too drunk to win.
I can't use
that would
coordination and stealth to have the right cards.
The cheat. I could say fortune plus stealth for it.
Fair enough. Mother, please.
Still have to find the right cards.
Yes.
So, Nate, it's
Yes.
trait dice that explode, right?
Yes.
Let's see.
That was the most pitiful explosion of dice.
I got an 8.
I got a 12. So
Oh no! It's
And none of your opponents. All of your opponents are as let's say about cards in love. But they are ideally they very well may be lucky in love because they're unlucky at cards. As they definitely shit fortune rolls. So you by the end of it, Zaki, you're wearing Devereaux's vest. Much to the delight of everyone else at the table.
Devereaux's head's just on the table at this point.
So Mary Beth and Gareth actually, Gareth is just like, well, I just lost big. I think that's all I can really do right now. This is gonna get pretty expensive. I'm gonna excuse myself here for the next round. Go ahead and go without me. And Mary Beth is just like, yeah, me too. I'm gonna get a drink. And they head to the bar. They head to a side of the bar. They head to the other side of the bar from Emmy and the others, actually. And it actually isn't long. Into the process of setting up the next game, since the inclusion of Captain Heaty's rule. The next game that is the randomly chosen game that the second most loser is would rather play than this. And it's during the setup of that the Captain Heaty excuses himself to get a drink. And he goes and sits with Gareth and Mary Beth at the bar.
Mary Beth, the newlyweds or something?
No, Gareth and Mary Beth are the members of the crew.
Oh, they're criminals.
That had paid a little, that had taken a little out of their pockets to engage in some of the passenger stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
The Izos, they both a little oddly at the captain for excusing himself without actually saying too much to them, since he was kind of hanging out with them as well. But then Mr. Izzo is just like, yes, we could give this a try. we're not going to be betting too much, but certainly be willing to give this a try. This looks pretty fun. And they join in the game.
I half want Emmy to join in just solely to get Devereaux's vest back for him.
You want to?
Sure.
I tanned that crocodile hide myself.
Sure. She has been keeping an eye on the table periodically, and she will play as long as Zagi is willing to bet Devereaux's vest.
Do you go in and basically show interest in Zaki betting the vest again?
Yes.
Zaki, what's your opinion on this?
I think Zaki would say that if he's going to give up the vest, that something of equal value, or at least something as interesting, has to be on the table.
Ooh.
We're out of luck. It's one of a kind.
Very well.
She's also she may be a little under the influence at this point. There, she hides it well. She will rummage through her things and actually she will excuse herself briefly. She returned to her room and she comes back with a few leaves of paper.
Oh,
I don't know. That's not as sturdy as my vest.
It needs if it needs to be something unique and personal, then this is a poem I have written.
Mr. Izzo, just like, oh. Yeah. Izo Keisuke. Just like, oh, that is intriguing.
Yeah,
And
that's
See, now Devereaux has to play because not only does he want his vest back, he also clearly wants Emmy's poetry.
and
I want this poetry. It's super useful.
You can totally read.
You know what? Izo Keisuke, and he will put down a sketch of his.
You know, I'm not gonna say this has to happen, but I would be very entertained if Haru comes up and just out of nowhere and lays down some of his calligraphy.
Fucking yes, why not?
It's just we're gonna have the Suzakian art bet.
There's this particularly
Obviously, Emmy doing this would have drawn his attention because she probably just sort of did it without formally.
Yeah.
excusing
He walks
herself.
over and he
You
says,
had my interest, but now you have my attention.
he sits on the table, beautifully drawn script. And then Keisuke gets a little bit anxious because
That's actually unlike the rest of the stuff. That's actually probably legitimately worth something.
like fuck.
Like that's a story. That's a story to bring back. That's something that goes in and you tell tales to visitors about winning this off of a famous sword master.
And though
Oh crap! He has to bet his collection of crocodile teeth.
shit.
Otherwise, he's not getting in this game.
Jiren is just like, I got nothing. I can't match this. I don't even know cards yet. I'm gonna fucking fold.
It's too high.
Although Halidus, he just holds up a hand. He's like, no, I got this. You see, takes out his pocket a pocket watch. Sits on the table. This is a watch. This is the last watch crafted by my godfather, a famous New Zazorian watchmaker. Mekra is just kind of like, he strokes his chin and then focuses real hard and then it's just like, I bet Jiren. Jiren just gives him this look of the kind of look you give to another bro that just stabbed you in the back.
Like, dude.
He gives him that et tu brute look. Does anyone also want to know this shit?
I can't read.
Neither can I.
Here's my question:
Yeah.
are the girls goading me on to try and join this? Maybe.
Yes, they are.
Then yes.
Oh crap! I'm never gonna get it.
Emmy's suddenly a little concerned that she may have started something that became a lot bigger than she intended.
Zacky's just sitting there smiling because all he's betting is this vest he only wanted to bug Devereaux.
Okay.
Luke will give his. He happens to have a blueprint that he's working on for some flying machine that has like a screw thing, you know.
Oh shit.
So he'll bet those.
Oh fuck. Okay. So those are the stakes that everyone has ahead of them. Ooh. Well, everyone then can roll fortune plus any talent that you can pitch.
Emmy is going to roll fortune plus social awareness to read her opponents
I'm going to do the same.
and discern the correct move. Since we established we're not betting money, I can't just roll fortune plus wealth and be like, I will just bet more than you can afford to match.
I will roll fortune and awareness and count the cards.
Okay. Okay.
Now, what Flair just adds a D6, right?
Yeah, Flare adds a D6 that can explode infinitely.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Zacky's just going to keep rolling fortune plus deceit to make up new rules because that's how the game is played now.
all right.
You should have known this walking into the table.
Emmy has got to throw Flair because she is too proud to lose. She is almost comically giving this. She is taking this so seriously that it is almost comical. Or that it is probably very comical, actually.
So I just rolled 2 8s
On
with
2d8.
my 1d8. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
How does explosion work?
Is one of those one of those is your trait dice?
Yeah, it's the
One of those explodes, yeah.
Roll one of your d8s again and add that to the total.
Okay, so I got what is that? 18.
Ah, shit. Where'd that go? All right. Well,
Okay, so my flare exploded twice.
Nice.
That comes up to a 25.
God damn.
Bullshit. Good. That's why I can't have nice things. Goddamn Luke.
Oh Jesus. Okay. What about Zachy?
11.
11. Okay. Emmy, can you beat that?
no.
Can you beat 25?
No. Emmy got a 9.
Okay. Well, Luke, you're now the proud owner of Devereaux's Vest. Very artistically gorgeous calligraphy.
Which can I read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Awesome.
Oh, right. You can read says that you are the only of the. I believe you're the only other party member that can actually read Emmy's poetry, since it's obviously in Sasaki.
Yeah, you've won Emmy's poetry. You've won the last pocket watch made by a famous clockmaker in New Zoria. You've won Jiren.
In retrospect, Emmy should have objected to this bet, but to that particular bet. But oh well.
I mean,
Jiren-
trading humans is a common thing.
Jiren is now yours. You may do with him as you please. And you've also won Devereaux's collection of croc teeth.
They're a necklace.
A necklace of croc teeth, yeah.
Shit, I realized belatedly, Emmy should have objected to the bet of Darren.
Jiren. Yeah.
On the grounds that he needed to bet something that matched the bets on the table, that at least matched the value of the bets on the table,
Oh, burn!
and should have said it
Oh,
completely
shit!
straight-faced and matter-of-factly.
Harsh burn.
Oh well, too late.
Yeah, it's a great fucking time that everyone has. But yes, Luke, you are now the proud owner of all of those things.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm probably at some point later gonna give the vest back at least, being like, "Yo, I know this doesn't make us even for the ship, but
What do you keep his crocodile necklace?
he was
Like
he
keep
was
the crocodile
more
necklace?
he was clearly more worried about the vest than the teeth, though. Just saying.
You wound me. They were both precious.
Do you give Jiren back to Jiren?
I'm gonna
Give
say,
him back to himself?
here's the thing, Devereaux. Here's the thing for Devereaux, though. If he gives him back one item, that shows a paying of a debt. If he gives him back both items, that shows that he doesn't value either of them, and therefore it might actually be taken as an insult.
Fair
That's
enough.
why he's only giving back the vest.
I am sorry, Devereaux. I have failed you.
It's okay. I failed too.
And Jiren just looks at Necra. You failed me! In every possible way!
It is okay. I do not believe that bet counts.
Oh, thank God.
He would have needed to bet something worth that matched the value of what was on the table.
Spit take.
All right, I'm out! He gets up and leaves.
Was it something I said?
Nah, it parses out. My entire village was sold once.
Halidus is just like, that's rough, man.
I mean, it didn't change much. One of our lords traded us with another lord.
So did the lords just trade places basically? Like
Nah, he wanted hunting rights in like this part of the swamp.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Hmm.
Really, the higher tribes were kind of capricious sometimes too. Luckily, they vanished.
I cannot imagine the entire leadership of a people vanishing so suddenly.
I mean, it's for the best. Less of us got eaten.
Yes, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, sure, there was that edict that we needed to stop the human consumption, but when things got hard.
Way to bring
Um,
the mood down, asshole.
Nothing is
Just
bringing
saying,
that
giant
mood
lizard
down.
Giant lizard people.
All right, so let's see. Luke, you have anything else enjoying this evening?
the question is not what, but who.
I mean, you can roll charm again if you want.
Okay. Let's hope the dice still continue to love me. That is 2d6. That is only a 9 this time.
That's technically pretty high still.
Yeah.
I know.
Um.
Sorry, I'm used to playing base raiders, where we're all god tier and rolling like 23s.
Well, I guess Luke retires with Junko and Kirata.
Woo!
So he has left the party, and so have they. Those of you remaining at the party,
Emmy would grumble something about impropriety, but Emmy starts to grumble something about impropriety, but then stops before she realizes what a hypocrite that would make her.
can't see the face I'm getting.
Look, Emmy, it's in the name of international relations.
He represents Montier.
She
Man, you
gives you
better
a
not
very
be disappointing then.
she gives you a very neutral look that still somehow comes across like she is frowning greatly.
It is none of my business.
The gambling table, pretty much at that point, because nothing's going to top that, separates, and everyone kind of goes their separate ways at this point.
Gambling is done for the night. That game will be the thing of legends told on this on this ship.
And Jiren and Halidus, Jiren, Halidus, and Mekra, the three of them actually go and see what the captain and the captain, Gareth, and Marybeth are up to. So they go over to that side of the bar. Damn it, Tyler. I will not regard your shenanigans on recording. I will accept them, but I will not regard them out loud.
And I can accept your lack of regarding.
Adam Kingsolver. It takes a little bit for him, for the alcohol that he's consumed, to finally catch up with him. And he, there is a point where he is more or less laid out on the table. Eston and Kristoff continue sitting there in the corner, quietly judging. And then, everyone can hear, everyone can see, that Durin, I'll say it's a Halidus, over at the bar. He says something in particular. Like, no one's nearby to hear. He says something in particular, and Marybeth actually shoves him off of his chair. In angry frustration, causing Durin and Mekra to both stand up and then Gareth to stand up. The captain remains seated and just kind of pensively pensively watching this.
Are these all crewmen, or is it crewmen?
Only Gareth and Marybeth. Gareth,
Okay.
Marybeth, and the captain are members of the crew.
Right.
The gamblers.
Right. There's Newsorians.
Yeah, they're Newsorians.
Okay.
You guys gather much. They're former Newsorian Navy.
Does it look like a fight is imminently about to break out? I assume.
It's a standoff. It's a standoff that kind of ends with Darren and Mekra picking Halidus up, and muttering something at the other three before carrying him off to a different part of the bar. Gareth and Marybeth both scowl at them, but then seat themselves next to the captain again.
Okay. Emmy does not need to break up a fight then.
As the evening goes on, it's about 12:30 when Darren, Halidus, and Mekra stumble off to bed, off to their room, and now I get to look at some notes here. Sorry.
If are things winding down a little?
Yeah, things are starting to wind down. Like they're definitely winding down at this point. If there's anything you guys want to do while before the majority of people start to break off, by all means, let me know.
Emmy's actually going to head out on deck for a bit to get some fresh air.
Okay. All right. So you head out on deck. Oh, damn it. Okay, note to self, for the final thing, I need to arrange this a little better. Okay. It's roughly it's about 1:45 when the captain excuses himself, as does Marybeth and Gareth. Christoph and Eston and Christoph, they do not excuse themselves. They actually are there for a length of time. Let's see. What about the others? Do you guys start to head off in different directions?
Zeki probably heads off not too long after that massive final bet. He's basically had his fun for the night.
That's fair. So you're gonna head back, head to your bunk. Okay. What about Ariadne?
yeah, if it's mostly winding down and things are getting quiet and
Mhm.
there are less and less people here, that means she is more and more awkward and unwilling to talk, communicate with people.
Yeah.
So, but she is still just really, really suspicious.
It's actually around quarter till that that Tor realizes the time and packs up her books and returns to her room.
Okay, yeah. Then she will follow and try to be as nonchalant as possible. Because of course I'm following you. We have a room across from each other.
Indeed. It was a little before that. It's a little before that. Tetsuken had left. Let's see. Elaine does return to her room. Probably she probably actually returned to her room even earlier than all that. Since the proximity to all the gamblers and everyone at the table kind of made her a little nervous. The Izos they went to bed around midnight. Kylie remains in the bar for a little while. What about Devereaux?
Devereaux? He goes back to his room
Okay.
that he has barely slept in
Okay. Sounds good.
and starts sleeping, snoring loudly. Remember, he's in the communal 8-man room.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. So yeah, you go right the fuck to sleep. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to pause here a second. I'll be right back. Just need to use the restroom real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and throw some plot down
The
for
plot
you.
hits the fan.
I tried to reclaim Devereaux's honor. I tried.
He never had any of that. It's unfortunate. It's a cultural thing. He's swamp people. Maybe he'll gain some someday, Zach.
Someday he will find it.
After somebody shows him how to use a bath and teaches him how to read.
I assumed I didn't finish. I assumed he can read, just not read Sezaki.
He might have learned how to.
I assume he learned the common trading language.
Yeah, at some point he probably learned it, or at least enough for basic words for different locations, like in.
Right. He knows enough to get the gist of most things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, yeah, this is the joke I was gonna make if anyone else had, if you or Zaki had won it, it would have been like, great, you have Emmy's poetry. You cannot read a word of it. It is in Sezaki.
Pretty much. See, he doesn't even know what poetry is.
Okay, I'm back. Emmy, I have a question.
Yes.
How late do you stay out on deck?
Not too terribly long. Probably about I imagine she stays out. If she went out about 12:30 as things were wrapping up, she probably stays out till about 1 to 1:30.
just wants to a little bit of quiet, cooler head. I assume it's quiet out there.
Yeah, it is.
Clear- cool off,
there are-
clear her head before she heads to the. She assumes that there will be some amount of noise among the cabins, so
you're not alone out there. There are a few other crewmen that are out, just taking care of some things out on deck. But they're mostly quiet. It is around 1:30. That a fourth crewman, you think, steps onto the deck, gives a wave to the others, prompting one of them to be like, "Hi, you here to relieve us?" And the other one, who's actually a bit distant away, actually close, like pretty much close to heading downstairs, just calls from a distance. No, can't say I am. Sorry. You just keep on doing your thing. All right, fine. I was hoping for something a little earlier. Let me get some sleep. Sorry, that's what I'm doing myself right now. All right. Good night. And one of them looks to the other. Is that like? Is that one of the passengers? No. Kind of sounded like Michael. No, I didn't. Huh. Yeah. Probably passenger. Well, now I look like an ass, don't I? Asking him to relieve me of my duties. Whatever.
Are you supposed to be relieved around now? I can deliver a message if you like.
Thank you. But no, I'm not. Although I thought it was Michael. And I would have absolutely duped Michael into doing it for me.
Well, thank you all for your hard work.
Thank you. Yeah. You have a good night.
You as well.
Thank you.
yeah, she'll give a nod and with that return to her room.
Okay. Ariadne.
Yes.
Roll me something for your crazy umbral senses.
Fuck yeah. I get to use these bitches. Senses.
Yep.
Awareness.
Yeah.
Perception awareness.
Perception awareness. Hunting would work here.
Okay, I can go perception hunting. That's fine too. Perception is 4, so that's a D10.
Yes. 4 is a
And
D10.
then hunting's 2, so that's a D6.
6.
How's an 8? How's an 8 do ya?
Okay. This is a role I call for you specifically because of what you are. It's around 2:30 in the morning.
Ugh. So it's like the comfortable time of night.
It's that comfortable time of night where you could possibly even get to sleep.
Oh, it's the perfect amount of darkness. I'm probably wired as shit.
Oh, that's true. Actually, Yeah. Yeah. It's the good time of night for you. So
5
you're-
a.m. is like, oh, I could go to sleep right now.
Right. So yeah, it's 2:30. It's the comfortable time of night. You catch a whiff of the pungent scent of blood. It's distant, but you smell it.
Fuck it, let's go check it out.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. I mean, it's nighttime. It's nighttime, and if all else fails, like I can hide
Yeah.
in the shadows.
Yeah. You step out. So you step out. And yeah, you just go ahead and roll me perception and hunting.
Perception hunting again.
To just track it.
It's a 4. There's a lot of water around. I feel like that's probably Fucking
no,
something.
no, you'll get it.
okay.
So actually, I realize the first one would count here, not the second roll. You would, from what I wrote here, you wouldn't actually even roll.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Ariadne being in the party, you get a thing at this point where you smell blood. So yeah, so we're gonna use that 6 there. You follow it, and you follow it up, and out into the you pass through the bar. Everyone's gone. No one's at the bar anymore. It's closed down. You head onto the deck, and then up the stairs. Getting closer to where the odor is the most foul. And you get to the captain's quarters. You get to like the front door of the captain's quarters, and you find that the door is locked. But the smell is pungent inside. In fact, I'll call for you to do perception plus supernal awareness.
Do I have that? I don't.
Even if you don't have it, just roll straight perception.
Okay. 4.
Okay. It's the smell of blood is pungent.
There's no small like window to peer inside. Can I peer like in the cracks of the door or in like the keyhole?
You give it a try, but it's dark in there.
I'm an Umbra.
Well, that's true. That's true. Things I forget sometimes.
Dark in there shouldn't matter.
Yeah. I'll say that it looks like the captain, you can't really get a good look at it, but it looks like the captain is sitting at his desk. Although it's pitch black in there. You can't get a good look at what's going on.
Even Umbra needs some light to
Yeah,
see.
yeah. I understand.
Yeah, the front door is locked, and there are no like windows inside.
Can
Theoretically,
I?
there are along the sides of the ship itself,
No, fuck that.
like the port windows. If you want to, start climbing on the wood.
Well, we'll see in a second. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it the old knock and hide.
Okay.
Ding dong ditch.
No answer. You wait a few more seconds. No answer.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Everyone pick a number between 1 and 4. No one picked the same number. Please.
That's
Put it in the chat.
That's
Are you
what?
deciding who to? Are you trying to decide who to?
Who to wake up? Yeah.
I will say that.
Oh no! The same number was chosen.
Sorry, Ed, you're 1. All right.
I will say that Emmy probably has the best chance of breaking down a door, from what I understand of the party's abilities.
Roll that
Yep.
beautiful D4 footage.
I'm rolling this beautiful D4. Guess what? It's Devereaux.
Wait, so she's gonna go into the public sleeping area with like lots of people.
You know what? That's a
Yeah.
bad idea. Thank you. Let me roll that again. It's another 1. Hang on.
Really, he's the best for this though.
Like you can try and wake him up. Like you try and wake him up. You know, like quietly. Like, hey, come on outside. I need to
Yeah,
talk to you.
I can be quiet, but I don't know if Devereaux can be quiet.
He's a hunter, actually.
Devereaux Swampman.
He's also a badass hunter.
That's true.
You wouldn't know that much. Like, dude, fucking hunted crocs just cuz. Skinned him and made his own clothes.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go wake up Devereaux.
All right, yeah, you sneak through the big like main quarter there, and
just to make sure, just to make absolutely sure that he's not gonna make a ruckus and he's gonna be quiet, I'm gonna wake him up by putting my hand over his mouth. Which is not gonna be terrifying at all, by the way.
yeah, Devereaux, you awaken to someone's hand on your mouth.
What?
I'm sorry.
Don't cause a scene. I think the captain is dead.
Really?
I need you to break into his quarters with me.
Okay. You remove your hand.
Can you be quiet?
Yeah.
She removes her hand.
Okay, and I'll call for you guys. Now that the snoring has stopped, actually, now I'll call for stealth rolls from both of you.
Stealth.
See.
Is it attached to coordination?
Yeah.
Neato. Okay. I'm very good at stealth, even without the whole shadow camouflage thing. Eight. I keep
I got an
fucking
8 too.
rolling.
All right.
Got a 7 on my coordination and a 1 on my my stealth.
Nice.
That's exactly
Okay.
what I got too. Are we using the same roller?
Oh my god, you guys are like twins.
Oh, I made such a good choice waking you up.
Not really.
So yeah, you guys head out. You managed to sneak through without waking anybody in the main room there. Yeah, so you sneak through and you get onto the deck and to where into the captain's quarters, where now that you're close to it, smells of pungent blood. That is to Devereaux. Now that you're close, you can smell the blood.
I'm wondering what particular roll would be used to pick a lock.
Lockpick. That one is a coordination skill. So that actually would be coordination plus stealth.
Oh, well, dang. He'll look at her, ask her if she has a knife.
She tosses him a knife.
Yeah, he'll
Stuck in his palm.
jam that in the lock and and jingle it a bit. He's clearly used a knife to pick a
Yeah,
lock.
Go ahead and roll coordination plus stealth.
That shouldn't work.
I agree. And the dice agree with me. I got a 7, but my 1d8 rolled a 1.
Okay. Well, it's one of those older locks. There's old big old key locks.
Oh, I'm sure the spring's been cut. That thing's not locking anymore.
Yeah. Like it's never gonna lock again.
If anyone asks, we found it like this.
Don't actually do that. You will confuse the issue if he is actually dead.
On that note, you find the captain is seated at his desk. He's seated at his desk. Let's see here. Where's my note on this? The captain is seated at his desk, slumped back in his chair with his throat slashed. Blood is sprayed across the wall before him. And he is leaned back, his head slumped back against his upper back, arms splayed out on either side of the chair, with blood splatter across the wall. I believe that is going to be a courage roll. Specifically, rather a spirit roll. So roll courage plus spirit.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I said I needed to actually get that stat last time.
5.
Did you get it this time?
Let's see. I have 1d4, and I got a 4.
All right.
As good as I get.
It's your trait die, then so it explodes.
Oh, okay. Let's roll that again. And 7.
7? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what are Ariadne get again?
5.
5. Okay. Ariadne, take 3 fatigue. Take 3 fatigue.
Is brutal.
Because this is real brutal. Devereaux, take 1. Because this is brutal. This is unnecessary. Absolutely, that's putting it lightly. It is pitch black in here, but your eyes have adjusted well enough that you're able to catch all of it. The captain is dead.
Just slowly walking out of the room.
Yeah, she's right with him.
Fingers
I like to
crossed.
imagine they're just backing out and they close the door.
All right.
What do we do?
Fingers crossed. We can alert the first mate.
That
He's
he's
in charge of the-
captain?
Know about this. I mean, he's in charge now, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That seems to be the most responsible thing to do.
I mean,
But-
we could go back to our rooms and let them just figure it out on their own. Really, I need to go make sure that nothing happens. I was told there wouldn't be any problems till we got to land.
Hear me out on this. This door was locked.
Yeah.
Whoever killed him has the key. Or a key.
Okay, they probably also have a bloody knife. Or sword. Unless they threw either of those off of the side of the ship.
What I'm saying is, would the first mate have a key to the captain's quarters? Would there be only one? Would they have taken it from the captain?
I mean, how would we know?
We don't. Do we know anyone who would be good at this?
I mean, I don't want to talk to him, though.
Who?
Luke.
Well, everyone on the ship is going to find out sooner or later.
I mean, before I went to bed, there was a lot of noise coming from over there.
Okay. You find the first mate. I'll tell the rest of our crew. Is that okay?
Okay.
That way you won't have to walk in on anything uncomfortable. She
Thank you for
says to the
giving me
man who
anything.
just walked in on a murder scene.
Thank you for giving me this safe space.
I only care about your well-being.
Yeah, no, he's gonna go find
Brutally murdered ship captains. Okay. Titties. Whoa, man.
I really
Whoa.
don't want to see
Whoa.
Luke in the titty.
Naked-
Holy shit.
naked Luke.
sign.
Naked Luke.
I
He
mean,
can
once
appreciate
again,
some titties.
Luke does have, what is it? Outstandingly beautiful. Just saying.
That's what he's
Fair
worried about. He doesn't want to be smitten.
Understandably. So Deborah, how are you gonna go find the first mate? You're just gonna head to the first crew member you see and say, "Hey, where's the first mate?
Pretty much.
Captain's dead."
Clearly, I
Why
picked the right person.
Mine is the captain's dead. He's like, I need to talk to the first mate. He's in charge right now, right?
Well, I mean, Captain Heedy is in charge.
I mean, Captain Heedy went to bed already.
Ah, you're right. Yeah. Let me get him. Head on back down to the. Is something do you want me to pass the message on to him, or?
It's kind of important.
All right. Well, I'll run down below deck here if you just want to wait. And you guys are on the deck right now. If you just want to wait.
I mean, I can come with.
Okay. You can follow him down, and you'll find the first mate. He's an older man, in his mid-40s. has a thick gray mustache and a short cut hair. At the moment, he's just currently he's basically seated at the
Seated the what?
Oh no, not again. Nate, if you are talking, we cannot hear you.
What the fuck? I've
Huh?
never heard
Oh,
this
he's
problem.
back. I just heard him.
what was the last thing I said?
Seated at
Seated at the he's seated at the navigator's desk. Just kind of checking over some charts at the moment. I'll say it's First Mate Adams.
You're the first mate. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Adams.
I need to talk to you up on the deck of the ship.
He looks at the guy you had take you down here. Very well. I hope it's important.
It's important and confusing, kind of
Oh,
mortifying. I smelt something pretty bad and I investigated and I need you.
All
And
right.
Should probably keep this quiet.
And he grumbles a little bit and stands up to follow you, probably thinking, "Oh man, did you just like find a bunch of shit or something?" And you're like, "Oh no, I don't know who to say. Speak to. I'll talk to the captain.
Wouldn't be
Look
the
at all this
worst.
poop here. Could someone please clean up this poop?"
Which drunk person didn't make it to the bathroom this time?
Again.
Excuse you, you're being side of the ship.
Look, anyone who's ever worked in retail can tell you.
Oh gosh, just
If
along.
someone comes up to you, if you're the manager at the moment, and someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, I was following this smell and it was pretty alarming what I found," their first instinct is, their first thought is, "Was it poop?" And their second thought is,
Oh, not
"Why
again.
do you come to me and not like someone whose job it is to wipe up poop? That is not my job. I do not wipe up poop."
I prefer vomit over, excrement. Okay, but yeah, no, he's just like holding his head because he might have a mild hangover going on.
Okay.
As he takes him
Yeah,
up.
he heads up on the deck.
It smells of copper, so I jimmied the lock. He'll take him to the room. And then he'll just open the door for him and step back.
Mother of God.
I knocked and he wasn't answering, so I jimmied it.
And he just kind of nods his head a little. Please return to your room.
Yes, sir. And he'll walk away.
And let's see. Ariadne, he's the first person you wake up.
Nice.
Amanda.
Hi. Sorry,
Hi.
I was muted. That's my fault. That's my fault.
okay.
No, it was my fault. I muted you.
Well, I was gonna say let's go see Zach, but nope. Let's go see Luke.
Okay.
Oh.
Just like give a knock on the door. Does Luke actually lock his door?
Come on in.
Of course, it's only. He has some level of decency. Some.
Yeah, you give a knock on.
Good, because
on-
if it was unlocked, you would be getting the same treatment that 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 I gave to Devereaux.
Okay. So yeah, Luke, there is a knocking at your door. Is it like a light knocking or more loud, wake the fuck up, Luke kind of knock?
The loud one.
You're of course assuming that Luke is asleep. Anyways,
It's pretty late at this point.
you're of course assuming Luke is asleep.
With my super sensitive senses, I do not want to ask what I possibly hear or smell.
No, the girls are asleep at this point, but they wake up to that.
Luke climbs out of bed and I'll check it. I'll check it and opens the door and peeks out. Probably has this pistol in his left hand, just just in case.
Yeah.
Ari's like right there, like uncomfortably close to the door.
Hi.
Hi. Are you alone?
No.
That's a problem. We have a problem.
Look, let me get dressed and we can talk in the hallway.
Make it quick. You're the first one I've found.
Geralta is like, as you go to get dressed, Geralta is like, is everything okay?
One of my fellow adventurers needs to talk to me outside, apparently. We'll see. It seemed somewhat urgent, but considering this room isn't half full of water, it can't be too urgent.
I suppose that is true. Is there something we should be doing?
Just in case, I have a spare pistol in that bag over there. I'll come back if I'll be coming back.
Okay.
He basically just like puts on pants and steps out.
Okay. Yeah. You step out into the hallway.
The captain is dead.
I was not expecting that, of all things.
His throat has been slit. The door was locked.
That is... I don't think I was there for the shove, so I can't bring that up. But, Captain's... Okay, that is... Want me to go look at his body or anything, just to give it a thorough once-over, being, the doctor guy here?
Please. Maybe they'll let you close. I've had Devereaux find the first mate.
All right. Luckily enough, I've got an alibi, so they'll probably let me close. I'll get on that. You get the rest then. With that, Luke will go back into his room.
Maybe and tell the girls.
He's not going to tell the girls exactly. Yeah, he gives you a look like, I'm not going to be that blunt about it.
Hey, ladies.
Ladies, the captain is dead. It's all right. I'm on the
I'm a doctor.
Looking McDreamy over here.
Oh my goodness.
I can fix this with science.
With science.
Somehow that sinks the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Zachy next.
Yeah, Luke goes in and is like, Okay, so not to alarm you, but a doctor is needed.
Oh no, is everything all right?
Um, Lock the door behind me. I'll have Mikey on me. So if anyone tries to jimmy the lock, it won't be me. Um,
Okay.
uh, just wait right be. I'll be back soon. I just gotta go. Go do my whole doctor thing. Um,
Okay. All right. So you're gonna get dressed and
get fully dressed. Tuck the pistol in the waistband. Excuse me, and make my way out. Yes.
probably grab your doctoring gears.
Oh, of course that too.
Okay. This is the next person that Ariane wakes up.
Zaki,
All right, Zach, you get a knock at the door.
is your door locked?
John.
Yeah, Zachy locks his door.
Damn it. Yeah, then you get a knock at your door.
Yeah, Zachy will get up and like see who's knocking on his door in the middle of the night.
You open the door and Ari is uncomfortably close to the door, like right in your face.
Did you get lost on the ship?
No. Why would I come to you if I were lost?
I figured you thought this
Oh,
was
ha
your
ha
room.
ha ha. Oh, well, yeah, no. Wonderful reference to the time we were adventuring together. I get it. I haven't heard that one before. Haha. You want to say it again?
Maybe once or twice.
Save it. This is an emergency.
What's wrong?
The captain is dead.
Did you do it?
I did not do it.
Sorry.
Okay, then what happened? How is he dead? Did he like fall off the side?
His throat's been slit. The door to his quarters were locked.
Did he do it himself?
Slit his own throat? No. Didn't see a knife. Too much blood.
It's at that point that that Emmy will then wake up to this, and several other members of the several other passengers to the all hands on deck call, the urgent all hands. This is not for passengers, but you hear it kind of echoing throughout the ship as like crew are scattering and calling all hands.
I had Devereaux tell the first mate.
Yeah.
Several passengers are coming out of their rooms and in the hallway, like
Emmy does as well.
Emmy.
What is going on?
I make a signal for her to come over here.
Yeah, she will. She's very clearly sleepy, and she is, of course, wearing her swords because,
Sleep with your sword.
I mean,
Bits off.
she sleeps with them nearby. She put them on when she got dressed.
Kisses each one before bed. Mwah.
They're as much part of her outfit as her pants.
Yeah, no, when she's close enough, Ari goes, the captain is dead.
Was it you?
No, it was not me. This is not admission of my crimes.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
What? I assume that is why all the alarms are being raised.
I had Devereaux tell the first mate. I assume it's got something to do with that, yes.
What happened?
His throat was slit. The door to his quarters was locked.
A murder, then.
Most likely.
At this point, Luke will come out of his room and can pass by you guys.
So, which way is the captain's quarters?
I assume we intend to offer our services.
With half the people on this ship asking for bodyguards or being a bodyguard, I think it's in our best interests to know who murdered the captain.
Yeah.
And why.
Yes. It seems like a risky prospect, killing the captain of the ship you are traveling on.
It's a very violent crime. The way he's been killed. You figure if it were just something to get his title, it would have been more quiet, discreet.
Off the side of the ship, perhaps. But
Let the ocean take care of it. Slitting the throat with that much blood, that's something that you do if you want it to be personal. If you want to feel the life coming out of them.
You say that with a disturbing amount of surety.
Hunting is dangerous, but it's nowhere near as gruesome at times.
I suppose so.
Are you guys going to head up on deck?
I suppose.
yeah.
Or are you going to return to sleep?
It's
Fine. I'm just going to go back to bed.
not like anything's. It's not like he's going to be alive
I
in the
mean,
morning. Like,
Murder.
Here's the thing. Was this a literally like everyone get up? We got something important to say, or is this like
It was just
The
for
crew are all are all coming to deck right now. Leaving basically leaving the passengers in the dark.
okay? Well, one of us should probably go inform them to ask for our services. I want to get to this body before it gets cold, metaphorically speaking, at least.
Very well, I can do that if you wish.
I sent Devereaux to talk to the first mate. I don't know where he is now.
No,
Maybe
this knife isn't bloody. Let me go down.
Oh, you were told to return to your quarters, so you can basically
yeah.
like, come back onto the scene at any time.
There it is.
Okay. So yeah, no. At that point, yeah, he just goes down.
Let's-
I informed the first mate.
I assume so.
We were about to go offer our services to the crew.
Maybe don't let them deal with it.
Why do you say?
They're gonna start looking at everything and everybody.
And we could assist with that.
It's been my experience that people start to get really twitchy when somebody dies, and they blame the outsider.
We have to think about this. Is the captain dead because someone wanted the captain to be dead? Or is the captain dead because someone wanted to kill? And are they finished killing?
That is concerning. I am going to go check on it, my charge.
Me too. He walks off to go get his bow.
Okay. Tor has since has poked her head out of her room. Noted how much she didn't care what was going on and went back to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like something a killer would say.
You didn't even say anything.
Exactly. They're always silent.
And Elaine, who has her own room.
Yeah.
You know,
I assume she informed Emmy at some point where she was
yeah.
set.
And so yeah, she when you knock, she actually comes to the door. It was locked, but she was awakened by all the shouting.
Right.
Miss Cuso. What's going on? I have a feeling the crew will announce what shortly. I just want to ensure that you are unharmed. Thank you. You are unharmed? Yes, I am unharmed. Thank you. I will likely be about. If you require me, please let me know.
She nods.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Emmy will, then return to the others and head up to.
All right.
Attempt to meet with the crew.
Are you guys going to go meet with the crew, or decide that this is the crew's problem? I believe that was on the table.
Not my monkeys, not my circus. But on the other hand, there's a killer afoot.
I mean, Luke's going to check the body anyways. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, Luke will almost certainly offer his services as a doctor, if nothing else. And
yeah.
Which I'll say right now, because he will recognize you, the answer is yes.
And Emmy as out of both pride and a sense of honor feels obligated to offer her services as to investigate.
Okay. But so I guess the question then is, what of Zaki, Devereaux, and Ariadne? Are you guys going to offer your services, or are you going to leave this to the crew?
I feel like my services at this point have already been used to their fullest. I found
the discovery
body.
of the body.
Yes.
I think Deborah was going to just guard that hallway in case somebody suspicious came around.
Okay.
Since, he's, even though it's not necessary, he's focused on Tor.
I think at this rate, like, the best thing a lot of us could do is at least just keep an eye out as opposed to active searching
Okay.
the quarters.
All right then. Well, now's the point where I ask the question: do you guys want to keep going for a little while longer, or call it here? And we start next session with.
I would prefer to call
Umber
it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is rather late for me.
All right. We'll start next session with the investigation proper.
All right. Did we get the name of the?
Yes, you get the name of this particular, this particular
module.
Murder on the Wandering Crow.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yay.
I knew it was going to be a murder mystery. Soon
What'd you
as
guys
there was a
think?
Party. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
John?
I definitely had fun.
Awesome.
Cool.
Glad.
Retroactively rename the last session part 1 of this.
Yeah. Go ahead. So yeah, you guys get to do the murder investigation if you choose to. Ultimately, next session, if you decide that you wish to get involved.
Now, if we didn't have Ariadne in our group, and we got lousy rolls, would we just find out about it the next day when the crew wandered upon it?
Well, if you didn't have Ariadne in the group, and none of you were awake, then yeah, you would just find out. You would find out the next day when the crew went to go try to rouse the captain and found that he was dead.
Okay.
The nice thing with this is we will know that our and Deborah will know if anything significant about the crime scene gets tampered with. They will have almost assuredly seen the crime scene in its true state. So we'll know. So if say the murderer is one of the crew, they will not have had the chance to change something before.
The only other thing I think I could offer my services aside from being the one who found the body first, and this might be difficult, is identifying the blood that may be on a weapon I may find. Don't worry, guys, I can be a bloodhound. What the fuck does that mean? What? I think you want to know what that means.
I think the idea is less that we're each individually offering something we can do. That as a group we go, hey, we are part of the Zazorian Adventures.
We're part of the guild.
We're part of
we're pretty big deals.
It's pretty exclusive.
Can we assist, basically?
I'm being mostly exclusive. We don't know how Devereaux made it.
Devereaux's membership came as like collateral for Luke destroying his boat. That's what happened.
I kind of owe him a boat.
I owe him a boat. Please let him be a member.
It's like we're sorry that your movie started 3 hours late because the projector exploded. Here's free passes to any movie you want, type thing.
Yeah.
This
is what I'll talk about, Manda.
Yes.
Just so you know,
Uh-huh.
our cat.
He's the best, right?
There's an open box sitting next to my desk. It's a very small box.
He fits. He sits.
He made himself fit. He doesn't fit, but he's sitting. He crawled right into the box.
My beautiful boy.
Okay, he finally left the box. I think he realized that this box is like half of his size. This is silly. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. I was just gonna say Emmy would basically be relying on. Otherwise, Emmy would basically be relying on her reputation as a sword master to be above suspicion, effectively. Like, I am not like you don't go.
If I
around
killed someone, it would be very public, and you would all know.
Basically, this is not how I kill. If I had a quarrel with him that demanded his death, I would challenge him to a duel, like the honorable thing to do.
I would not slit his throat in the dark. I would kill him from a front.
Yes. Also, this will probably come up, but I assume that with his throat being slit and him being at his desk from behind, it's very unlikely it was done with a full-length blade.
I'll say as much. There is a very specific thing. So there's only a very specific set of circumstances that can cause blood splatter from a body to a wall with a desk between them. But that's for the CSI shit.
Okay. This is also fun fact. If if Tetsuki Haru is a suspect, Emmy will have a complete blind spot. She will not refuse to suspect him. He is an
That's fair.
honorable old sword master, and as far as she is concerned, he is above suspicion in this matter.
That's fair.
Just-
So,
Just
by,
like a dick sucking motion behind her.
by the way, one experience, everybody.
Yay.
Anyone have any questions or comments?
I do not believe so.
I
Oh,
wanted to talk to you about poisons at some point in the future.
Okay.
Because I think that's something he should know about.
Sure, sounds good.
Lacing his arrows with.
Yeah, that sounds good.
generally speaking, if you are shooting to hunt, you generally do not want to poison the thing you intend to eat.
No, I'm aware of that.
Okay. Just
It's kind of like you probably wouldn't hunt with his bodkin arrows.
Yeah.
unless you have like a very light tranquilizer, something that can be used as a very mild
I'm
tranquilizer.
gonna use these arrows that are specifically there for piercing armor on this doe.
I am not sure you know what you're doing.
Really,
Well,
they're
well,
tougher
here's the
than they
thing.
look.
Here's the thing. Doe skin is used to make leather hide. Leather hide is used to make leather armor. Therefore, I am technically piercing leather armor with arrows.
I don't think that's
Like
quite the
an
same
armor-piercing
thing.
arrow, all like it would just kind of like
Oh,
jab
God.
through a little bit and then just kind of stick there, and the doe would be really confused.
I'm
Bodkin
joking.
arrows were amazing. They could go through 3 feet of solid wood.
Look,
Jesus.
I'm just going with the faulty logic there. Just saying.
Okay, so yeah, any other questions related to the session?
Since it is now clear that it is a murder mystery, at some point at the beginning of the next session, can you post a list of all of the guests
Sure, can do.
so that we have,
Remind me
have a
next
quick
session.
thing to brief descriptions that to be because
Like in a Google Docs or something. Because I remember you did it last game, but you did it in the chat.
I copied it, but
I
only
did
got a
not
few.
copy the whole thing, so I've been keeping track of the ones Emmy has been interacting with or observing, but
Okay. So one thing I have to I'm curious about how was the party? Like did the party set up the cast of characters well enough?
other than not a lot from Ennis and Izu, the newlyweds.
Yeah.
There was very little interaction with them. And also, nobody really went to go talk to the 2 Vontai dudes because they're assholes.
Right.
But we found out they were assholes pretty early on, so we weren't really going to talk to them.
Yeah. It's like beyond the fact that we have to investigate, that we kind of in order to get the full picture have to approach, which makes sense.
I feel like their personality, as far as we know, being assholes, is supposed to make them prime suspects. Suspects.
I mean, that's fair.
the murderer is always the loner asshole who keeps to themselves, right?
Well, they have a conspiracy. There's 2
Well-
of them.
2 people thought I had done it right off the bat, so
That destroyed me, by the way.
They
Now
did
I
that
wish I had commented on it too. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, no, Luke wouldn't be that guy.
I just I wouldn't have done it, but once Saki did it, I had to just this has to be a running gag now. So I could not resist having Emmy just be like, you it wasn't you, was it? Did you kill him? Are you telling us you killed someone? Because I am not surprised.
the captain is dead. I killed the captain. We need to leave.
Look, let's face it. If we have, as part of adventurers, we've all probably had times where we have had to go to somebody who's like, so X person attacked, this person's dead. Why? Well, I was sort of forced to kill them.
I killed them.
I killed them. They attacked me first, to be sure, but I killed them.
We need to leave. We're in the middle of the ocean.
We need to
I'm just assuming as an adventurer, we've all had that experience of being attacked in the middle of the night and then having to explain to an innkeeper or somebody why there's a body in your room the next day. Like, just
It happens.
It's just- you learn to deal with that kind of thing as an adventurer.
I'll say Zaki probably has never had to deal with that as an adventurer.
I mean, it wasn't a human being that attacked him in the middle of the night.
It was a croc. It was getting revenge for its family.
I was thinking more of like a constrictor of some sort, something large.
Like a croc getting revenge for its family that you killed.
Or maybe a boa trying to strangle the life out of him.
Because you killed its father.
I just assume when you travel, there's a lot of bad people who will go, shit, I cannot do whatever bad thing I was going to do because there's a sword master around. I need to deal with that. Or wait for them to leave.
And,
Most pick the leaving.
and I'm sure someone's been like, I want to invent stuff. But Luke keeps inventing shit.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna kill him.
I'm going to
So
kill
we can
him
invent
and
things
take
now.
all of his plans and claim them as my own.
Kill him dead.
It's a tragedy. Fortunately, I happen to have some ideas of my own.
Look at this copter with a weird screw swirly thing on top.
My good sir, you went. Do you realize that your last invention was an upside down chicken cage? How exactly do you expect us to believe that you're capable of such engineering feats as this?
The first one was just a test to see if you were paying attention.
I love playing Luke. I really do.
I'm glad. I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope the pre-gen characters in this did draw your attention and you enjoyed making stuff with them. I also hope that that more than just me running it, but like the actual adventure itself thus far has been compelling too.
I still think in future versions of this, you should add Zeke to the ship.
God damn it!
Just
Do it.
If I can figure out a good way to go about it, sure, I guess.
like you can even make him. You can even make it so it's guaranteed he's not anyone important, but he just can seem. He can be a red herring. Because let's face it, if you throw him into a situation like this, he's gonna seem shady as fuck.
It's true.
Which one's Zeke again?
Zeke is my magic wielding outlander from that I played in the Supernaturals games. But the reason I say is that because those games took place in Vontier, so clearly this is the ship he arrived in Vontier.
Perfect.
Okay. Anyone else have any final thoughts, questions, etc. before I end this recording?
Nope.
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 All right.